your birds in there, you're all being videoed, some of you. During the day, we will be interviewing different people, the judges, finding out what you think about the show, and a lot of you obviously will be on the... Sorry.
Five-year-olds now.
Village Mayor.
Hello, kid.
Morning, now, Eric. Have you?
Yeah.
Who brought you down?
Have you had a good run up?
Yeah.
Take your shoes up, lads, put them down, we'll then be doing with you. Doing your shoes when you're ready. Then you can have it back after.
Anyway. 376.
Well then, that's it.
Show is being videoed. It's an also video tonight. NTU Show. Video.
Nice to see you, mate.
Judge for the NTU on our annual open show. First of all, I introduce Mr. Brian Rose, who is the General Secretary and also Secretary of the show. Assistant Secretary, Mr. Ernie Bibb, Paul Bowden, who will be judging the flying classes. Now Paul, let's have a look. Mr. Ronnie, who will be shooting Paul. Mr. Rex Cookins, who will be shooting right shift, who will be judging any other colour. Well done, right? Finally, we have Mr. Alan Burgess, who is a newly elected council member, who will be judging the exhibition finish. Now, Alan, best of luck. Do a good job, lads. It is a national show, not a club show. So, do what you can, do your best. Right, you can carry on, lads, with the show now, and in frequent intervals we'll be coming round, interviewing you, and seeing what you think of the food you've got in your individual classes. Right, lads, carry on.
Was I now go for that again? That was only a rehearsal.
Don't forget, lads, as you do each class, bring your stripping to your secretary. Don't keep...
Open your page.
Let's write number 8 first. Number 10 second.
That's number 8.
Yeah.
X.
Number 10.
Oh, hang on now. That's number 2, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
1 and 2. That's a remote reader, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Put that one there.
That's number 1, 2.
There, number 1.
ABC.
What's number 4?
Mickey Smith and Son,
That's it, yeah.
number 4.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
I'm
you.
sorry about this, it's hanging above again. It's just terrible, isn't it?
The margin
Eh?
is the bigger one, the express is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it down, Roy.
Can we walk? Come on in, put up. Yeah. It's all right. Ned is sniffing at all the birds.
She doesn't hurt them. She's been coming in the street with them.
You just face on the other way.
Yes.
Turn around again. More.
Yeah.
More. And again.
Yeah.
And again.
And again.
We're not the horse now, like.
No.
They haven't come again, don't they? We're down to the store. Right, Dorothy?
Yeah.
On behalf of the NTU, we're going to present you with a cheque for £1,080, which is raised in a charity fly on June and July. And here is a cheque which is Brian is presenting to you now, the Secretary of the Union.
Thank you very much.
£1,080 which is raised.
Done it again.
Yes. The winner of the competition was Mr. Mick Price, of the Birmingham Club.
Yes.
This is Mick here standing by you.
Hello, Mick.
Um,
I've got your photograph of your dog.
Oh yes, I'd like to see it.
As you know, the dog has been named after Mick,
Yes.
who won the competition. Dorothy, here is Mick's trophy. You can just put your hand up. This is what Mick was presented. You just like to present after Mick, which is on.
There you are,
Lovely.
Milo.
Thank you very much. Thank
You just like to hang that.
Um,
And we'll get Dorothy to present it.
we do have a photo of the dog.
Mick, put your arm there, Mick.
There you are, Mick. How about that?
Which is named after Mick.
And Mick's going to turn over and have his tummy tickled.
Is he?
The wife keeps doing that.
Is that what she says?
Keeps throwing you biscuits.
Okay, how's that?
Right. Thank you very much then. Well done, Mick.
Well done. Thank
All right.
you very much indeed. I don't know how you do it. Still.
Sorry.
Right, the judge judging the exhibition birds is Miss Alan Purchase and Mickey Price of the Birmingham Club is Stuart and Alan. And what's the general condition of the birds you're judging, Alan?
It's the general condition of the birds, Mickey. It's not as good as it was 2 years ago when I judged them. They're quite poor, really, for exhibition tipplers.
In what way do you mean they're quite poor?
Feather condition and condition of the birds generally is poor. I find a lot of them have got frets and pinholes, checks. They're not what they should be for exhibition tipplers. I mean, you've got to bear in mind that these aren't flying birds. These birds are boxed all the time,
Yes.
never out in the weather. And really, they should be in excellent condition.
Yeah, I understand you judged the exhibition birds last year.
Year before.
Year before this, and you say they're not as good as what there was in that particular. And what do you think the reason for that is?
Well, I don't know. I should say a lot of it is down to bad management, Mick, because looking at the birds, I should think a lot of them that Mick and myself have looked at, if they'd been bathed more often, would have been in a lot better condition than they are.
And the bird you got in hand, has that taken a card or?
He's taken a card, yeah.
And what sort of condition is that? What
He's,
sort of,
he's not too bad. He's not too bad. He's got a few little pinholes in his tail, which is a general fault with all birds, as you know yourself. But the general wing condition of it isn't bad at all.
And what is the body condition of it?
The body condition's good. Good, yeah. There's plenty of condition on the bird that way. But as I say, a lot of them that we have picked up are in very poor condition for what they are.
You've studied all judged before, have you? And what's your impression of the birds which you've been looking at today?
Well, talking to Alan, you know, he was pointing out the things, what's wrong with them, and you could definitely see that. I thought they'd be in better condition, being as they don't fly like in competition.
No.
They just sit in the pen all year. I thought they'd been better, turned out better.
And how do you compare them then with the flying pigeon? I mean, obviously you're a flying man, you've done quite well this year, and you've done quite well last year. You've obviously taken up a few nationals. What's your impression of the birds which you've just been shooting, Alan, with, and your general own pigeons? What would you say?
Well, there's no comparison. I mean, they're nice to look at, but myself, I can't see really the point. Just if you have tipplers, they should be for flying, I think. Myself, that's my own personal.
Yeah, but obviously this is actually a show class which you're judging on.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you find difference in the pigeons you've just been handling with it, and the difference between the flying bird, which obviously the exhibition bird is bigger, it's expected to be bigger, it's supposed to be better feathered because it's bred that for that sort of thing. What have you found today? Have you found a vast difference between the quality and the condition of the exhibition pigeon and the flying pigeon?
Well, no, not really. I thought I would have found, like, you know, being in perfect condition these because they don't have no stress laid on them. I mean, my own pigeons at home, I haven't bought any today, but they're in quite good condition, and I should think they're not too far behind these in feather quality. And mine have flown, you know, good times. And I should have thought these would have been a lot better having no stress to them. You know, that's all.
We looked at about 40 pigeons now, and there's perhaps 3 that you would pick out, Nick, for a world show. These are for local club shows, these tipplers that they've got here. They're not in condition for national showing.
They're not, you wouldn't think those up to standard what they should?
No.
Right. Right, thank you very much, lads. Mick, carry on with your job, doing well. Have a good show. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, Ray, you're Ray Tift at the Water Club, and this is Rex, who is a private member. And you're judging the any
Lightly
flying any other colour. Now, what this means is it's birds that's probably been bred for their own purpose, or probably birds that are flown and be put into stock, and not in probably the condition of some of the flyers are in. You've got to, obviously, the lightly flyers is a very big class. What's your general opinion of the birds that you've judged up to now?
I think they're in fair condition, you know, they're good condition.
They're in good condition?
Yeah, fairly good.
They are very good condition.
And what types of faults have you found generally with them?
Pinholes, frets.
The general thing?
Yeah.
The general thing that is normally with a flying
yeah.
pigeon?
Pinholes and frets, yeah.
And have you found any birds that you've judged up to now in outstanding condition?
This one or two.
There's been 1 or 2.
Just one or two.
And obviously you've got clashes of 38, 28 and 24 and 34. Quite big classes. Are you having any difficulty finding a winner amongst...
Not up to yet, we haven't.
Not up to
No,
yet.
what we're basically looking for is the quality of the pigeon. You know, we don't take any preference in size, etc. We're purely looking at the pigeon on its merits.
That's right.
Each individual pigeon. So it makes it that much easier to judge in that respect. That's what I found so far.
And is there a lot of difference in the standard of the pigeons?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
There's a lot of difference.
Yeah, well, there is. There's fair lot, because some are big birds, some are small birds. You know, some are a lot heavier than others. Some are, you know,
Some
are
are a
light.
little bit more weight on than others.
Yeah.
And so you're saying up to now, what you've judged up to now is in quite good condition?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The main
And are you
fault.
having a bit of a job selecting your prize winners?
No, because of the reason of the way we are judging on quality.
Yeah.
Is that obviously I'm taking notes down as I'm going along.
Yeah.
And all we've got to do then is look at the notes, and I put a mark against each note to
And then you
actually pinpoint, you know, that we can come down in class, i.e. we pin out 8 or 9 birds, and then from those 8 or 9, then we can select from our notes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so
So
on.
then you come down to a final few
That's
and
right.
then select your winner.
That's right.
Yeah. And have you already selected a winner yet?
Yeah,
Yes,
on the
yeah.
one side, yeah.
Yes.
In the one class, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, could we have a look at this winner and just
Yeah.
and point and just have a look, see what?
Just put this
yeah,
pair.
if you
Just
like
put
to
this
put that
pair.
down, back. Right. I believe this is one that you've selected. class.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Can you tell me something about this bird and why you've selected it? Why is this one?
Because, you know, looking at him, he's got now, you know, he's the best bird condition really. He's got now pinholes in his wings, you know, the frets and the pinholes and things like that. But, you know, in general, he's the best bird, you know, I've picked up out of the class really.
So that bird there is the best bird you've chose out of the class.
Up to
Now,
in this one.
has he got any faults at all?
Well,
What would you say was, if you was to pick a fault out of him, what faults has he got? Has he got any?
he's a bit overweight, but that's
He's a little bit weighty?
A bit weighty, but otherwise, well, this time of the year, really, they feed him on best corn, don't they?
Well,
and you know.
But obviously, feeding a bird for the show, you obviously got to.
Oh yeah, but he's a bit. I'll say, you know,
Slightly weighty.
Slight weighty, but in feather wise and in condition wise, he's the best one out
He's
of
the
the
best bird.
The other fault that I would say, from a personal point of view, is the fact that he is full-eyed. You know, he's got the dark eye, which is very difficult to judge for clearness and things like that.
Yeah. Obviously, with a bird which is odd-eyed or bull-eyed, would you take into consideration choosing between one or two? In other words, that is a finer point of it, where if one bird in equal condition was clear-eyed, and that particular bird, which is equal condition as well, was bull-eyed, what sort of view would you take of that?
Size, I think.
Size a bit. Just the condition the bird's in, really.
Yes, but I'm talking about if you had two birds exactly the same, but one was clear-eyed, pearl-eyed, and one was bull-eyed or odd-eyed.
Yeah.
What difference would you make?
Well, the clear eye is a lot better, isn't it?
Yes,
No, it's more.
So what you're saying, a clear-eyed pigeon, well, obviously would, in the same condition.
Yeah, we take the class. Yeah. But a bull-eyed pigeon.
Or an odd-eyed pigeon.
Odd-eyed or bull-eyed, yeah.
Right, thank you very much then. Carry on. Right, Paul. You're doing the flying classes in here.
Flying classes, yeah.
Barney, who comes down from the north, who's a student in here. What's the general condition of the birds you've been doing today?
Well, up to here, we've done two classes up to here, and they've been a little bit poorer, and the type of pigeon are up to here. The schooling system is really down low on the pilots.
And what type of thing have you found wrong with the pigeons you...
The body, they had a condition in the body, they tend to be knocked back a bit too much, and a bit low. One or two with lice.